Welcome back to Risk V Reward, and today I have a video for you guys on support and resistance levels yet again here, but we're going to be talking about counter trend trading, kind of going against momentum, understanding what's going on when you're going against momentum, and just understanding some key important levels. Let's dive right into it. So boom, we're jumping on our screen here. I traded PayPal today. This was something that I did trade today, and I want to make note that I kind of traded this thing like a don. I didn't really get involved with it when it was kind of doing all this high action and high volume here. Let's look at this. Okay, so this is PayPal. So today, I think PayPal had some type of catalyst that actually came out on this stock. So it did have a catalyst. I didn't get it early, but I was looking at this chart, and just to explain to you guys support and resistance levels, just look at this chart, right? So this is yesterday, okay? This is the post-market, pre-market, and today, what we have, right? So if you look at this chart, you can see this thing is squeaky clean. This is what I talk about support and resistance level. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these alerts, so we don't really need those alerts. But when you look at this chart, it is squeaky clean. So this is the 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the 5 minute chart, okay? So I'm looking at the 5 minute chart, and I'm looking at these levels down here, and I'm saying to myself, wow, this just looks super clean. Now, if I was paying attention to this thing today early in the morning, I probably would have been, trying to get long off these bottoms, or mostly for me, myself, I would have been trying to get short off these tops, just because I like going short trend long better than a long position. So if you look at this, right, boom, like this is kind of choppy, but ultimately these levels are virtually like kind of squeaky clean, right? So you got a little bit of chop action going around in the morning at the bottom, at the lows, but if you would have bought this bottom, you got a winner. If you tried to wait for this bottom to come back in and just wick through these bottoms, back up, bouncing off these levels, super squeaky clean. Like you can't really get any cleaner than this, okay, guys? So let's talk about. So we had a little support level down here at 71.30s, right? And then we had like a resistance level here at around 72.80s, right? So now, like I said, I wasn't paying attention to this stock here, but as you can see, as soon as it broke this support here at the 72.80 level, we had a breakout, right? Now we had a breakout on the 5 minute. We had a comeback. It actually retest. So this basically ran stops on the upside, came back down. People got short again here, but ran stops. And then boom, liquidity, right? So just grab liquidity in this area, and then boom, just ran stops again, and there you have a big move up. So as soon as it got above this resistance level, we saw a major breakout, right? So when I saw this, right, I said, okay, so it's respecting breakout levels, it's respecting real levels. So I actually, let's just move this out the way. It's an alert. Let's just move it out the way, right? So when I actually saw this stock, it was somewhere up in this area already, okay? Somewhere up in this area. So I was saying, okay, to myself, let's just let this thing ride. Now, if you see this level here, and I'm not even looking at this piece, I go back to the left, you look left and you look up, so the next level, then you look more left and you look more left, and you try to find the cleanest spot that's here. So really the cleanest spot is probably right here, right? That's pretty clean. So yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so I look at this level that it was approaching, and I say, wow, that looks like a really good line in the sand. It's at the $75 price. That's kind of like that half dollar like psychological level, like you think 75, 80, 85, 90, stuff like that. And it just was a nice little line in the sand that we could have potentially ran into resistance. So I didn't get this trade the first time. I let it go up, it wicked into that price, it fell all the way back down. So what I did from that point is I set me an alert. I set an alert somewhere around 75 like 75 even, and then guess what I did? I watched the momentum on the level 2. So if we flip to the level 2, this is your level 2 here. If you look at, PayPal, let's just make this smaller. This is your level 2 here, and basically, when you look into the level 2, you can see basically what people are buying and then what people are selling, how many size. So you just put 2 zeros behind this for the size. I just got it single digits because it's just easier for me to see it that way instead of it having like 2 zeros behind it. And then you have your time of sales. So I was watching this at the same time as this was going up, and when you actually got to the level where you got it to around this level, it started to get really, really, really stiff, right? So it just started to go kind of stagnant, and it did not want to break. So if we look at the 1 minute chart, you can see the 1 minute was just kind of like fighting right here, right? And so I'm also looking at the level 2 at the same time, and I'm saying, okay, it's really, really hard up here. Let's go ahead, take a short. Right, so I took a short at like 75.20 was my price because I thought it was gonna fail here. I got like 75.20, 20 somethings. I think it was what, 20. I got 75.20 exactly, right? And then I put my stop at 35. My stop was 7.35. I was just giving it just above this higher day. So I was risking somewhere around 15 cents on this trade, okay? So I was risking 15 cents, and then I actually stayed short, and then I still had my stop at 35, and then it absolutely took a crap in the can, and I actually took $1 on it on my first out. So if I hop back over here to my level 2, you can actually, if I zoom into this chart right here, you can actually see this is where I got short, right? Gave it a 15 cent stop up here right above, just barely almost got stopped out. I would have got back in the trade 9 times out of 10. Just barely made it there, and then we got almost exactly $1. Exactly $1 the first out, and then per share, and then I took at the close, I just ended up closing my position after hours because I was like, well, it looks like it's respecting the 74 price. So if we go back over to my other chart, right, it looks like it's going to be respecting. It looked like we found some support down here around 74, this 74 level, right? So obviously we found some support down here at the 74 level. And this is kind of one of those things where, okay, I just closed my position at the end of the day because I didn't want it to gap up above my price tomorrow. So that's kind of why I closed my last position out. If we toggle back over, you can see I just closed my last position out right here at the end of the day in the post market because I didn't want it to gap up and do nothing crazy in the post market or the pre-market, right? So I got out. So that was basically a risk to reward trade that I was risking 15 cents on to make $1. I believe that's something around a 5 or 6 to 1 ratio. 15 cents to get $1? Yeah, it was like a 5 to 1 ratio, right? So my risk to reward, I could have took that trade 4 times, lost 4 times on it, and then took that trade one more time. If I won on it, I got all my money back. That's essentially what that's saying. So when you're taking these type of setups, I just got $1 per share. That's really, really, really good. Okay, so you take $1 per share with size, you're gonna be able to make some decent money. I had some losses today. I lost on Baba, so I basically got all my money back on Baba plus a little bit, and then I have some winners from a few days ago that I'm still swinging. That's still in the money pretty deep, so I'm just going to continue to swing those and probably just average in and add on those. All right, that's essentially what I have for you today. I just wanted to show you that risk versus reward setup. I was risking about 15 cents to get $1. I'm showing you basically support and resistance. It's all you need. You really don't need too many indicators. Just focus on that volume, focus on that momentum, focus on that that level 2. Focus on that support and resistance, and I promise you could be a profitable trader. But that's all I have for you today. If you have any concerns, questions, leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe, hit that like and that notification bell for me. I would greatly appreciate that. But I will see you in the next one.